It's my first time in Singapore, and I love it so far.
But this won't be your first time speaking at a Ripple-hosted event.
So I'm going to be talking about how tokenizing stocks could be a driver for adoption in general. So the talk is called Mainstreaming Crypto Through Tokenization. And I'm going to share a little bit of what we've been building with a broker-dealer in the US, Texture Capital. And it's just a stocks tokenization platform that will kind of like blur the way we can diversify our portfolios from crypto to stablecoins to stocks all in one digital wallet. A lot of RWA projects are very secluded, they're siloed, and they think that because they're tokenizing something, it's gonna generate demand, and it's not always the case.
I don't know if you guys are following the puck or hitting the puck and controlling the direction of the market.
I think we're among the first movers on that space, specifically in the US, 100%.
Hey, what's going on, family and friends? Ray Fuentes here. In this special recording from Ripple's flagship XRPL Apex conference in Singapore, I had the privilege of interviewing Favio Velarde, Head of Growth and Partnerships at Sologenics and Coreum. We covered everything from tokenizing US equities and mainstream crypto adoption to Sologenics strategically partnering with Texture Capital under strict FINRA and SEC oversight. Fabio shared how Sologenics' 5-year journey on the XRP Ledger has positioned them at the forefront of real-world asset tokenization, with ambitions to go far beyond stocks, touching real estate, commodities, private credit, and even non-financial products like rare commodities. If you've ever wondered what it takes to bridge traditional finance with blockchain in a fully compliant manner, this conversation is packed with insights that you're going to want to take to the Ripple Bank. Woo! So with that being said, let's jump into my interview with Favio Velarde at XRPL Apex Conference in Singapore. Thanks for tuning in. Love you mucho. What's going on, family and friends? Ray Fuentes here. We're at Ripple's flagship event, XRPL Apex Conference in Singapore. I've got Fabio Velarde, the head of growth at Sologenics. How you doing today, sir?
Doing amazing. Honestly, it's my first time in Singapore, and I love it so far.
But this won't be your first time speaking at a Ripple-hosted event.
No, it's always a great time to, showcase a little bit of what we're building, get some feedback, and at the same time, I like to be argumentative and get some discussions going. That's what this space is all about.
For those in the audience that are unable to attend, what are some of the things that you're going to be discussing on stage today?
So I'm going to be talking about how tokenizing stocks could be a driver for adoption in general. So the talk is called Mainstreaming Crypto Through Tokenization. And I'm going to share a little bit of what we've been building with a broker-dealer in the US, Texture Capital. And it's just a stocks tokenization platform that will kind of like blur the way we can diversify our portfolios from crypto to stablecoins to stocks all in one digital wallet. So really excited for that.
Can I ask a question about the way that, or your approach for the tokenization? Are you guys implementing SPVs in this process?
So it's a bit of a different approach. We are basically enabling users to have a brokerage account and actually hold the stocks as if they will with a traditional finance investment app. The thing is that we're pushing the envelope when it comes to what can you do with that, right? Texture, FINRA and SEC license, and actually Richard from Texture, the CEO, he sits at the FINRA board. So everything that we're doing is kind of like requiring the approval of the regulators.
Yeah.
And some of the things that we're pushing for, it's first of all, having 24/7, trading after hours, the ability to custody stablecoins on a brokerage account, the ability to create custom trading pairs with stablecoins and tokenized stocks. And then on a version 2, we're hoping to have collateralization of your stocks. Wow. And potentially P2P trading on a DEX, which that sounds far-fetched now, but we're implementing the infrastructure for this to happen.
And congratulations for you and your team's success. Is this because Sologenics is one of the oldest DEX leveraging the XRPL? What is so special about Sologenics that has positioned you guys at the forefront in partnership with a company like Texture Capital? Thank you.
No, it's a really great question. So I would say it has to do with our trajectory. We had this vision 5 years ago about tokenizing stocks. We built it on the XRPL. Like, we could have gone to market, but of course there was no clear framework for digital securities at the time. So we tried to do it ourselves. We tried to acquire an offshore license. We tried to apply for a license ourselves. But ultimately, in Texture, we found a partner that really has expertise, like 9 years in traditional finance markets, and can help us get to the finish line. But what is special from a technology standpoint, I think, is the distribution as well. A lot of RWA projects are very secluded, they're siloed, and they think that because they're tokenizing something, it's going to generate demand. And it's not always the case. So I really believe stocks have the power to be something people can relate to and understand, because these are companies, especially US stocks, are companies that everyone uses products of and understands. Facebook, for example, Tesla and Microsoft, whatnot. So I think, that having that 5-year experience building and actually launching products on XRPL with an active user base and holders, it's what gives us an edge to launch such a retail product like this, right? But it's not the only thing we're working on, but I would say it's kind of going to lead the charge when it comes to RWAs on the blockchain.
Now, you mentioned Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla. What are some of the companies that you think you're going to tokenize the equity first?
So it really depends at this point on what a clearing broker has to offer, and we're going to start with New York and Nasdaq exchanges. Our vision is that any asset, right, any stock can be tokenized on demand. It's kind of like an infrastructure for also allowing the issuance of new equities as well. So I think the value prop is starting off with U.S. equities, but incorporating other assets in the future, including real estate, including private credit, including perhaps some other non-financial assets. Like, for example, we've been talking about wine or commodities, like cacao beans. And I've been talking with issuers that are here in the XRPL. So it's quite interesting, but I really think it comes down to who would want to buy that asset in the end, right? Like what's in it for them to actually do it through a blockchain rails.
For those in the audience who are unable to attend, Fabio, what would you say to those? Any closing remarks before I let you go? Because I know you got to go on stage here in a short while.
I would say just keep an eye out, because the space is moving so rapidly now. I think we're early, being here and facilitating this definitely means a lot. Check out solotex.com if you want to be among the first people to try it out. We're a tech company after all. We do move where the puck is going, and we're gonna deploy, and we're in production mode right now, right? And everything we push gets approved by the regulator, and then we're gonna see the adoption. So really excited for that, and hoping to launch in late August this year.
I don't know if you guys are following the puck or hitting the puck and controlling the direction of the market.
I think we're among the first movers on that space, specifically in the US, 100%. And I truly believe starting with the US, the strategy of starting with the US and then going Europe or LATAM is much more stronger than starting in a more secluded jurisdiction and then going the other way around. Because the US does lead the charge when it comes to financial products.
Yeah, that makes sense. And for those in the audience, how can they learn more about Solotex and also even Sologenics and follow you as a leader in the space as well? D for all the above.
No, I appreciate the space for that. Solotex.com is where you would learn all about this platform we're building. Sologenic.org is where you have the DEX and all of the XRPL products that we built in the 5 years, Market Index, IDO Launchpad, and the wallet as well. And on Twitter, you can find me as just made by Fabio. I constantly participate in spaces, and if anyone wants to talk, I'm always open to.
Excellent. So for those in the audience that want to learn more about Solotex, Sologenics, or Fabio, I'll be sure to copy the links to the socials or websites in the comments or descriptions below. Fabio, thank you for sharing your time with me. It's always a pleasure, sir.
Pleasure.